Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. So, what do I have for you guys today? If you've not watched my video, kindly go back and watch it. Then you come and continue this. So, my first video was finding your confidence around God, knowing who you are in Christ. After I found who I was in Christ, the next step that helped me build my confidence was self-reflection. I was online watching Pastor Stephanie Ike. She was invited for an event or a podcast, and there was something she said that struck me. She spoke about her childhood, how she was raised with a single mom, and how that affected her, and how her dad was murdered while she was 8 months. My dad died when I was 9 years. So I practically grew up with just my mom fending for me. And it made me realize that there were some things that happened that period that really messed with me. And I had a deep self-reflection. It was like she just said one word, and just that one word triggered everything inside of me. And she was like, when she got married, her husband just asked her, like, where are all these things coming from? And that was when she now realized that there was somewhere that her whole boundaries were coming from. And she had to sit down to internally check herself. Now, that was what affected me too. And I had to sit down to internally research myself to know where it was coming from. Most times we don't realize that every action is coming from somewhere. Every reaction is coming from somewhere. You go to the mall and then you bump into somebody, something that can fix. They snap. And then you are shocked, like, why is this person behaving like this? It's not you, but there is somewhere it is coming from. And if we don't learn to self-reflect, we will just keep affecting people with the injuries that are inside us, and we don't even know we're doing that. It's more like it's an open wound that we have decided not to heal. So the little scratch that affects that open wound, we start to bleed on those that did not cause that injury. Now, for you to get to your place of self-confidence, you have to sit down on your own and self-reflect. When you are self-reflecting, be totally honest with yourself. Call a spade a spade. I had a moment of self-reflection just yesterday. Yes, I'm in my healing process, but I had a conversation with someone and I reacted some kind of way. And after the call, I sat down and I spoke to myself. Okay, next time, instead of reacting, this person is doing this out of love. Appreciate the person for that input and that idea. And then sieve out what you want to sieve out from it. Now, this is my own journey of self-reflection. Now, what about you? Do you sit down every month, every year, every week, every day to self-reflect on the steps you are taking to life? Or to self-reflect on how your actions affect the people around you? Or you just feel, that's how I am, everybody should deal with me that way? Nope. It's nobody's priority or is nobody's task to deal with you the way you are. It's your responsibility to fix yourself so other people can live blissfully with you. Jim Rohn said, how about me taking care of myself for me and you taking care of yourself for you, then we have a relationship. Imagine that kind of relationship with someone that is self aware, has taken care of their flaws, or they are still working on it, but they know their shortcomings. Imagine how that person is going to act. Now, a person that is well self reflected or has internally checked their errors, you cannot come to them and tell them just anything. Why? Because they know where they are acting out from, and they know the right steps to fixing themselves, and they are actually taking those steps to being better people, not just for themselves, but for the people around them. Now, sometimes ego stops us from self reflecting because you feel you are good the way you are. So, anybody that has to deal with me, that's their business. No. Put your ego in check first, then you can self reflect. And the honest fact is, people do not like to self reflect because there's this opinion of whosoever love me will love me the way I am. No, baby girl, no, baby boy. It's nobody's responsibility to love you the way you are. They are not Jesus Christ and they are not your mother. It is your responsibility to go to work. It is your responsibility to know your flaws, know your errors, know your strengths, and grow from them. Stop giving other people the responsibility to do what you have to do for yourself. It's your life. It's about you, not about them. Self-reflection was the second step I took that helped me in my self-confidence journey. I was able to reflect internally in myself, sat down, I wrote my flaws down, I wrote my strengths down. Yep, some of you don't even know your flaws. Some of you don't even know your weaknesses. You should know your flaws and your weaknesses as a person. I wrote them down. I have a book where my flaws are written down. I have a book where what I did that messed up my previous relationship, I wrote it down, and I wrote what to do better and how to do it better. Now, that is my own way of self-reflection. You can decide to have your own way. Maybe it's accountability with whosoever you are with. But be self-aware enough to know your shortcomings. Now, you need to understand that it takes people that love you enough to communicate rightly to you. Emphasis on people that love you, because a lot of people are going to feel like they have an opinion, but not everybody is genuine with their opinions. So it's your responsibility to know who loves you, to know how to analyze the people in your corner, to know who you listen to and who you just hear but not pay attention to their messages. It's your responsibility. And if you do not have people in your space that are honest enough to tell you the truth, you need them. Find them in your corner, because sometimes you need to step out of yourself to see what is going on inside of you. That's how you self-reflect. You cannot always self-reflect inside. Yes, it happens inside, but sometimes you need to step out of the box to see what is going on around the box or inside the box better. So sometimes learn to see from their point of view. Come out of yourself because they love you enough. See things from the angle they're talking about and take accurate steps. But don't be among those people that feel, okay, everybody is wrong and they're right. Learn to step out of yourself to see what is going on inside of you, to be able to self-reflect better. Once you've gotten to a point of self-reflection and you know who you are, that is when you know what you allow in your space, and that is how you successfully create your boundaries. That is when you successfully create what you should allow in your space and what you do not allow in your space. And confidence and the way you communicate those boundaries, they have the same relationship. Your confidence and your communication. Most times or sometimes people feel they have to shout before people listen to them. There are ways you communicate with control that no matter how low your voice is, people listen. The lower your voice, the more the control. I learned that from Jefferson Fisher, and in the next video, we're going to buttress more on how communication, confidence, and boundaries have a relationship. Thank you so much for taking our time to watch this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye for now.